Hey there, and welcome to another episode of your favorite libertarian. It's me, your favorite libertarian. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about a way to attach this particular flashlight that was previously reviewed in the last video you probably watched if you've just been following my channel like crazy. This light, by the way, is the Polytech X by Streamlight. Big fan of it so far, but I need a way to attach this to this particular gun. If you, again, have been watching my channel, you're already aware of the series on this Air Precision 10.5 inch A2 build that I've been building. Ongoing series. Check out the playlist in the description below. Anyway, where was I? Talking about attaching this light to this gun. There is a product that I found that I'm pretty stoked on. I'm interested to see how it works. It's specifically for this type of handguard, and we'll get into the differences between this and pure M-LOK in a second here. But the product that I'm going to be showing you today and installing and attaching the light to is the Impact Weapon Components Mount in Slot Direct Attach Mount. Follow me on this magical journey. And now it's time for everyone's favorite portion of the video. What's in the bag? This is the portion of the video where I show you what's in the bag. First we have this piece of paper, which just tells you what it is, and then on the back side, I'll go ahead and let you pause this so you can read all of the instructions and what comes with the package. Now let's get into the contents of the packaging. We have the cantilever mount itself. This is reversible, so you can have it on either side of the weapon. That's pretty cool. You also have the ring. This particular one is a 1-inch ring and will fit any body diameter flashlights from 1 inch to 0.985 inches. There's different options for the ring that you can get on the website, and you can also buy rings separately if you want. Then we have the hardware. All right, so the first thing we need to do for installation is remove this MOE forend by pulling down this delta ring and popping this top piece off. Ta-da! So this is off now. I found it was easier to remove the lower part of this handguard, and that gave me a little bit more room to push this down as I pop this last piece off. But this is the piece that we're actually going to be using and installing our new goodies on. All right, wish me luck. I'm going to try to show you this and be in frame at the same time. This piece is kind of important. This is a spacer, and you can see that there is a rounded top to it, and then the bottom has a ridge to it. The ridge is going to go in this channel here, like so. Then you're going to take your cantilever mount. It's going to go over top of that spacer like so. Very nice. Then you'll want to take your screw. This is the flat one. That's the one you'll want. That'll just drop right in. It's not threaded to anything yet. Then you're going to take your nut, and you'll want the part with the ridge on top here, or this little nub, to be like so. And then you'll just feed it underneath, and you will screw that together. I'm going to put some Vibratite on this before I do that, but wanted to show you what I'm going to be doing, and then I'll show you the finished product, and I'll also show you how to attach the ring for your flashlight. Welcome to the future. For the sake of time, I've already installed this, and I'll just explain how I installed it so that you don't have to watch the arduous process of me installing this. First thing I did is, one, made sure that this forend was off, as you saw before, and I installed this portion of it loosely, and I made sure that the nuts were parallel to these slots and not perpendicular. That way you make sure you get a nice snug fit, because there are some curved pieces on the inside of this that would not allow those nuts to lay flush. So again, make sure they're parallel, not perpendicular on the other side, and then just tighten these loosely. You want to make sure they're loose, because if not, you won't have enough plane here to do the rest of the installation. After doing that, you want to get the screws that are provided. These screws are provided with the kit, and there's 2 of these that are shorter, and then there's 1 longer one. What I did is I put the flashlight on and just loosely put it on through this ring, and then I put the ring around the top and the bottom of the cantilever mount. There's holes that go all the way through that are threaded on the cantilever mount itself. So you just feed the screw, and this is the longer screw on top. Feed that longer screw through the ring, through the cantilever mount, and just get it started. Same thing on the bottom with the shorter screw. Once you've done that, you can tighten these two down the rest of the way on the mount, and with this fore end still off, you can see to make sure that those two nuts aren't turning at all. Once that's taken care of, you can install this fore end back on the gun, and you can start tightening a little bit here and a little bit here until this is completely tight, once you've determined how far out you want your flashlight. Of course, no installation is complete without your Sharpie paint pen. This is very important because if you don't witness mark your screw heads, you're not going to know if something's coming loose or walking out. And the last thing you want is for that to happen when you need a light attached to your gun. Let those dry, and then I'll also do the same to this bottom screw and the top screw here. Now that we have this installed, let's talk about some pros and cons. The biggest con for me is that the screws for the ring and the screws that attach the cantilever mount to the fore end are different sizes, meaning you're going to need two different Allen keys if either of these come loose and you need to tighten them. That's kind of a bummer as space is limited right here, and I'm already going to have batteries for this and the light and probably some tools for this mounting solution here. That's not ideal. I don't understand why they're not the same size. Maybe there's some type of engineering reason, but that's kind of a bummer. Otherwise, let's talk about the pros. This mounting solution is specifically for this rail, which is good because I've tried M-LOK specific stuff on this and it does not stay on under recoil. So it's great that you have the correct washers to have a nice snug fit on this. That is ideal because none of this is going to matter if it comes flying off when you need it. It also does what it says it's supposed to do. It lets you get this flashlight past the front sight block and as far out as you need to without casting a shadow, and allows you to make adjustments so you're not blowing your bezel off with your muzzle. Another thing that's nice about it is that you can get very close to the fore end. That's already pretty big and bulky, so that should give you an idea of how close you can get it, and my thumb is in a nice natural position. I still have some room here. This is all nice and smooth, so I'm not worried about cutting my thumb up on some Picatinny rail. So that's all really nice. This is also very lightweight. This is only 1.82 ounces altogether, not including the flashlight obviously, but that's not going to add a whole lot of weight to the front end of your build, which is nice. It's made of high quality materials and it's made by Americans in the USA. You also have this ring here, but you could have different rings for different size diameter bodies, which is nice, or you could take this ring entirely off and it has the scout light pattern for any scout light patterned lights that you might want to put on. Well, that's going to do it for me and the Impact Weapon Components Mount in Slot Direct Attach Mount. As always, thanks for watching. Stay free